Hello and welcome to the Hard Truth. I'm Lyric Lamore, and today's hard truth is freedom. It costs. The reason why freedom costs is because in this life we already have our structures, we already have our laws set up, we already have been told what we can and cannot do, and we follow it without even second guessing it a lot. Then you get older and wonder why you were doing a certain thing, why you felt a certain way, why you held back this. The older generation seemed to just went along. The younger generation seems to want to change this, and in this change, there seems to be some moving backwards going on. And if you pay attention to life, it seems like we as human beings always move backwards before we move forward again. Because one thing I can tell you is true, the past is gone. And it's great to have nostalgia, but trying to bring the past back into the present is where we mess up. You can't go back to what has already been done. The past is gone, the future is not yet here, and all you have is now. So how do you get freedom? And in the middle of the chaos, the hate, the destruction, the manipulation, the control, the religion, the patriarchy, the politics, everything. Well, true freedom resides in you. And that's the truth that everybody hears, but it's hard to accept and live. That's what makes it the hard truth. We always want to blame everybody else for things that we are part of. We love to point the finger at everybody else instead of looking in the mirror and saying, why did I accept that? Why did I breach my boundaries? Why did I ignore that red flag? Why couldn't I find joy in the midst of the storm, or in the midst of trouble, or in the midst of all of this? Because a lot of the things that bring joy, we make corny. People say love is corny. People now, when you give compliments, they say you're glazing. Okay. It's crazy out here. Touch, community, love, brotherhood, sisterhood, feeling, vulnerability, truth, authenticness is the very thing we crave as human beings. We are born to connect, and yet we fight it with every ounce of our body because we listen to what others say who's trying to manipulate and control us anyway. I find it funny that we're running from the very things that we need, that we call corny, the very things that we actually want and deserve, and that we hate and dislike, or, better term, jealous of the people that can stand in their freedom and in their truth, no matter rich, poor, black, white. They seem to have a freedom that some people wish they had. Well, let me tell you something. You have it. You just don't want to put in the work to get it and keep it. And trust me, it takes work every day. Sometimes my life be so messed up to me, and in my opinion, because I'm struggling to pay bills or my job isn't giving me enough, that music, I can find joy in it. There's nothing wrong with the booty shaking and the popping pills and the turn up, and trap and all that drill music and all that stuff. But sometimes you gotta chill out and get something positive. Something with great lyrics, something that's more than the typical, something that helps you manifest, something that you can find your joy in. And sometimes music is all we have. And black people as a culture know that even in slaves, they sung in the fields. They wasn't singing about troubled times all the time, and they wasn't singing about booty shaking and popping, locking, dropping it, and selling drugs and popping pills and getting the baddies and the finest people on the block. They were singing, soon we will overcome. Soon thy will be done. Wade in the water to get to the Underground Railroad. They were singing about freedom. And freedom, we get to live in our own type of way. And although they're trying to reverse it, and even though we still have a long way to go, they manifested that for us. Our ancestors did that. So, freedom, what is it? I think freedom, we can think it's financial freedom and all that stuff, and it is in a way, but some people is never going to be rich. And most of us is going to be working regular jobs, getting paychecks, and trying to make it through to take care of our family. Most people aren't going to be rich. So the truth is, true freedom is finding love, peace, prosperity, and what you got and what you have now. And some people have it real bad and they still somehow find joy, love, and peace with their empty stomach and no lights in the house. So if you have food, lights, car, TV, and everything, although it might be a struggle, who are you to complain when somebody that don't even have it somehow finds their joy? Freedom. It's not outside of you. It's inside of you. I'm Lyric Lamore, and I'll be back with another hard truth. Bye.